Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines, but we'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our social. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, if I'm lying, I'm flying, y'all. But how ironic, just earlier I was talking to somebody and they're gonna watch this and they're gonna say the same thing. We was just talking and we said it'll be crazy if it comes out that Lil Durk is granted yet another bond hearing after a certain somebody passes away. Now here's what I'm gonna do in this one, right? Because I know y'all like to say, oh, you a conspiracy theorist, you this, you that. Let's just go off of coincidences, right? Let's say a certain somebody passed away right after somebody was already granted 2 bond hearings and was denied. And then after the third one, when somebody loses their life, they're finally granted a bond and they are released. So y'all, what does that mean? Here's what we gonna do, right? I'ma just lay a few things out for y'all, and then I wanna hear what y'all think about it at the end of this video. I'm not gonna say anything. I'ma try not to allude to certain things. I'ma just lay out what we already know and then talk about what happened and then a possibility of what may happen in the future, right? So y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm. And if you not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it. Now right now, Lil Durk is being charged as the mastermind when it comes to the unaliving of Quando Rondo's cousin, Lil Pab, who was shot and unalive back in 2022 in Los Angeles, California. Reports say that it was a result of King Von losing his life at the hands of a scuffle between him and Quando Rondo when he was shot by Quando affiliate Lil Tim. According to prosecutors, they say the shooting that unalived Lil Pab involved OTF and oblock affiliates by the name of OTF Vonnie and OTF Didi and others who all trace back to OTF boss Lil Durk. They say he's responsible for providing money and getting Lil Pab unalive, although they were really targeting Quando Rondo in the process. OTF Vonnie and OTF Didi, followed by others, were picked up first, then shortly after in October of 2024, Lil Durk was picked up next. After he was picked up, he would plead not guilty. However, when he went to be arraigned in December of 2024, he wasn't granted a bond, and in fact, prosecutors would mention that his name is intertwined in yet another sealed indictment, as it's believed he was also paying suspects to unalive a man by the name of Stephon Mack, who allegedly had a hand in the unaliving of Lil Durk's brother, Moneymaker D-Thing. In that bond hearing, Lil Durk will offer a slew of things to try and assure the courts that he deserves a bond and let them know that he is not a flight risk, despite everything prior to him getting arrested, where his name was attached to multiple flights trying to leave the country. In the first bond package, Durk offered $2.3 million in equity from 2 Georgia homes, $1 million cash that was given to him from the record label, and still, that wasn't enough. Durk was scheduled to go to trial in January, but somehow, someway, it was pushed back, and his trial is now set to resume in October of 2025. Fast forward to April, Durk wouldn't give up, as he would try for a second time to have another bond hearing, but this time he's offering more money and assets, and his attorneys also found a loophole in which they thought. In the second bond hearing, Durk offered $900,000 in equity in real property, $1 million in cash that was given to him from his label, ankle monitoring on top of 24/7 security surveillance from a security service. Then to put a hole in the prosecutor's defense, they will also accuse federal prosecutors of lying and using false song lyrics to paint a narrative that Lil Durk was trolling the unaliving of Lil Pab during the song to the grand jury. They claim the song featured Babyface Ray, titled Wonderful Wayne, and Jackie Boy, included the news clip of Quando Rondo yelling no after seeing his cousin's deceased body after the shooting. They say that this was used to troll Quando. However, Lil Durk's attorney Drew Finland will also get the producer of the song to testify that the song was made 7 months prior to the shooting, and anything Lil Durk said in his verse had nothing to do with Lil Pac. Now, many people felt that Durk had a strong case because the judge even considered giving him a second bond hearing, and the lawyer has proof that the lyrics wasn't directed to Quando Rondo. Besides, if you wanted to keep him in there, what's the sense in keep giving him a hearing if nothing changed? So we will all assume that he should be good. However, after the hearing date was granted, the feds, being the tricksters that they are, would come back right around before his date and hit him with a stalking charge, which was just added to the other ones used against him. When it came time for the verdict to be made on the 6th, for some reason the court date never happened. It was pushed back to May 8th when everything would finally come out and the results would determine whether Durk would be released or not. However, when it came to Lil Durk being granted a bond in his case against Quando, fortunately, he was ordered to stay inside of jail. One of the reasons the judge decided to keep Lil Durk is because they claim he isn't following the federal rules when it comes to the jail phones, and he's using other people's call times to phone home and also do three-way. But to be honest with you, I think we could all agree when we say that's a poor excuse to keep him locked up, and they're just looking for a way to keep him, period. It is what it is. Now, with everything he presented, whether it was money, homes, and even his lawyer trying to get the case dismissed due to a loophole found against the prosecutor, clearly none of that was enough, but somehow, some way, as of today, it's being said that Durk is now trying for a third time to get bond, and they actually have a good feeling about this one. Now, according to Hot 97, Durk's legal team is proposing yet a third bond package to secure his release, which is valued at more than $2 million. It includes $900,000 in real estate, $1 million in liquid assets from Alamo Records, and $150,000 from a private associate. That's cool with Lil Durk. And it also includes 24-hour private security, GPS monitoring, and full court oversight to assure his compliance with his release term. Now, before we continue, let me say this. I don't know what it is and how they're being granted all these damn bond hearings in less than months apart from each other. However, usually how it goes is they try to figure out something different within a case that would allow him to actually be granted a bond. The thing is, they keep offering the same exact thing, but nothing is changing. The last time the judge said nothing changed, and in fact, Durk was still breaking federal custody rules. So with this time, what's changing that's going to convince the judge, because they're trying to switch the judge now for whatever reason, but what's going to be different that they're going to present to this judge that's going to make their ruling anywhere different from the last one? Now, according to Hot 97, it will say, quote, on May 14th, his attorney, Christy O'Connor, submitted a formal request for reconsideration asking a district judge to review a prior bond denial and reevaluate whether the rapper must remain behind bars while awaiting trial. The latest petition challenges the May 8th decision by Magistrate Judge Patricia Donahue, who denied bond for a second time. O'Connor is now seeking a hearing before a district judge who holds broader authority and could overturn the ruling. Now, here's my thing, right? Before I continue, my thing is, even if they switch the judge, whatever the other judge said prior should still stand. The other judge was basically saying, all right, yes, I denied the first bond, but with this second bond, what has changed to make me change my mind from what I made the decision from before? Right? What are you going to do different? It don't matter if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 judges. They all supposed to operate under the same ruling, in which one should be fair, in which the other should be fair, and they all judge you based on the guidelines of the court of law. So once again, the question is, what are they presenting different that's going to make this new judge reconsider him having a bond? Now I'm going to leave this here, and this is all I'm going to say. I'm going to let y'all come to your own conclusions afterward. Just recently, before Mother's Day on May 11th, Oblock affiliates Munna Duke and Oblock Youngin were shot and unalive while celebrating Oblock Gleech's birthday at a restaurant called Pork Chop Barbecue. Different witnesses are saying two different things, where some are saying that it was a man on foot that did this to Duke and his associate Oblock Youngin as they was coming out the restaurant, but then there's others saying that it was a drive-by shooting. However it goes, it's two different stories, but we do know that above all, Mother Duke is no longer here. Now it was a joke for a minute that everyone said it'll be mighty strange if it comes out that Durk gets a third bond hearing right after Duke and oblock youngin is unalive. Lo and behold, Duke passed away on the 11th, they had Muslim services for him on the 14th, and here it is on the 15th that we're hearing Durk's legal team is asking for a reconsideration on his bond. Now, like I said before, I'm not saying nothing. Y'all come to your own discernment. I'ma just say that something ain't right. It's funny how everybody talked this up. Everybody and their mother said it'll be crazy if Durk actually gets another bond hearing or pushes for another bond hearing. And although it's not granted yet, they're saying that they might try and reconsider it. But once again, they're not giving us no real reason as to why the judge would reconsider it. On what ground? And to be honest with you, I never seen somebody get 3 bond hearings, right? 3 bond hearings in less than a year. I'm talking months apart. Now, granted, he didn't get it yet, but I'm sure with them coming out saying that they're going to reconsider it, I'm sure that maybe by them switching the judge, they're probably going to get another bond hearing. But at the end of the day, I never in my life seen somebody get 3 bond hearings. I never seen somebody get 2 bond hearings within 4 months of each other. Right? So I don't know, but like I always tell y'all, it's different when it comes to these celebrities, and they just got a different law that applies to them, I guess. I don't know, y'all. I'ma just leave that with y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. I'm out.